Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for November 13th. In 1835, the consultation at San Felipe approved an interim structure called the Organic Law. Henry Smith was elected over Stephen F. Austin as the first provisional governor, as it was believed that Austin would be more valuable to Texas as a commissioner to the United States. James W. Robinson was named provisional lieutenant governor. Smith and Robinson were members of the War Party, or otherwise known as the Independence Party, and felt the consultation should have opted for independence from Mexico rather than separate statehood. As a result, a rift developed between Smith and the council. The consultation also approved a solemn declaration that the Cherokees of East Texas had legitimate land claims against Mexico, and that an independent Texas would honor these. In 1863, Josefa Chapita Rodriguez was executed for supposedly stealing gold from and murdering a traveler. The evidence was not at all convincing, however, and in 1985, over a century later, she was posthumously absolved of the murder by the Texas legislature. Little too late. In 1929, Kiowa leader Big Tree died in Anadarko and was buried in Rainy Mountain Cemetery. In 1871, Big Tree led an attack on a wagon train and was sentenced to die, but was subsequently pardoned. In 1874, he was one of the leaders of the attack on Colonel Nelson A. Miles's supply train. He was imprisoned for the attack, but after being released, he converted to Christianity and, for the rest of his life, attempted to mediate between whites and Indians. In 1942, Leonard R. Harmon died in a Japanese attack on the USS San Francisco during the Battle of Guadalcanal in the Pacific Theater. Nearly every officer on the bridge was killed, and Harmon died while shielding a wounded shipmate. For his extraordinary heroism, he was posthumously awarded the Navy Cross, and his name was given to the destroyer escort USS Harmon, which launched in July 1943. Harmon, born in Cuero in 1917, was the first African-American to have a U.S. Navy ship named for him. In 1950, football great W. Kyle Rote appeared on the cover of Life magazine. Rote had a spectacular career at Thomas Jefferson High School, earning all-state honors at basketball and football. Funny enough, Thomas Jefferson is where my dad went to high school. At SMU, he was a consensus All-American in 1950. Rote was the first pick in the 1951 NFL Draft by the New York Giants and played with them for 11 seasons. A member of the College Football Hall of Fame, Rote was born in San Antonio in 1927 and died in Maryland in 2002. And that, my friend, was your Texas History Roundup for November 13th. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.